The European pension systems being what they are, and of course I speak for Finland, the current and future pensioners really have only two hopes to get the pensions as they were promised. Only two ways. I only accept one of them, but the other one does also exist. It's just that it is bad news for those who are currently in the workforce. But hey, I guess that is their business if people don't care about their pension future. And the older generation in Europe don't care about the future of the younger generation. And especially in Finland, the pensioners, they don't care about anything else except that they get the pension they were promised each month, the amount they were promised, and also the index raises they were promised. But more on that in a second. So, the first hope for the pensioners to get their pensions as promised is this, that those who are currently in the workforce, income earners, that they continue to do that which they have been doing up to this moment, completely ignoring their own pension future, simply going to work and doing what the system tells them to do, ever questioning whether the system itself is sustainable or fair. But to the current pensioners, that is a genuine hope to get the pensions they were promised, that the younger generations will simply continue to live on doing what they were told, never questioning the system. Or it might also be that it's not done out of ignorance, that it could also be so that, especially here in Finland, that the younger generation simply don't have the courage to actually question the system as it is, and don't have the courage to actually look to their own pension future and to take responsibility of their own pension and their own pension wealth building their own pension wealth. But that is a genuine hope for the current pensioners to get their pensions with the younger generation's expense. And that is not a joke or an exaggeration, that is a fact. Now the second thing, the second way for the European pensioners to get their pensions, and this is the one that I do accept, and the one that is not going to happen. Why? Because that would mean that the current pensioners would actually take responsibility for their own pensions. And by the way, what the current pensioners should be doing, taking responsibility, and what they should do is, by the way, that is the role or the job that, historically speaking, has been the duty of the older generation towards the younger generation, one that, at least in my experience, the current pensioners completely ignore. The only way that I can accept these European pension systems, or Finland, is that the entire society starts to participate in this business of earning money, building wealth. It means that everybody are starting to make effort in their professional careers, increasing their income, acquiring new skills, all that. But that requires the effort of the entire society. It also requires the effort of the older generation, who currently are pensioners. It requires the advice, the encouragement of the older generations. And this is the reason why this is not going to happen. It requires that the older generations would advise the younger on this business of building wealth. And this has been the historical obligation of the older generation. But today, as I speak in Finland, you see some pensioner organization representative said incorrectly, meaning he lied. He said this, that it is the ageless duty of the younger generation to take care of the older generations. No, it isn't. At no point in the history of Finland has the older generation ever had any right to the younger generation's income or cost of labor. Never. But what has been a duty of the older generation towards the younger, I heard it went like this, that it is the ageless obligation of the older generation towards the younger to look after them, to make sure that they, in the enthusiasm of youth, won't mess up too badly. So said, I don't remember, it was either Seneca or Cicero who said that, and I heard this from Ronald Reagan on YouTube, but I think it's true. And this is something that the current pensioners are completely ignoring. I have noticed this myself, that the current pensioners in Finland, they don't care about anything else that they get the pensions promised each month. And in a way, the Finnish pension system of a pyramid scheme, it actually somehow it actually promises that once you become a pensioner, once you get on top of that pension pyramid, then you don't need to worry about anything. You can simply relax and you look from the top of that pyramid downwards to the younger generation going to work, and the money comes up to you. And some say that it is not a pyramid scheme. And that's the way it is. So, what the society would need for these pensions to be saved is for the entire society to start building wealth, to find jobs for those who are without, and to build for those who already have a career, to build a better career, make even more money. And to do that, society needs the advice and encouragement of the older generation. But I, for one, don't believe they're willing to do that. I have never seen that happening. So, and that was it. These are the two ways to save the European pensions. And this video, this is not a moral judgment video. This is the two ways that it is. So, choose the one you want. And right now, in Europe, in Finland, it really does seem so that the younger generations or the people who are currently in the workforce really don't give a damn about their own pension future. But I, for one, I cannot accept this system, and neither should you if you have any common sense. But the choice is yours. And I do wonder, which one do you choose? Do you choose to take responsibility of your own pension wealth? Especially for all those who are, well, Europeans. In the European pension system, most of them that are basically and are pyramid scheme. But I guess we shall see. And this is Radio Heikkala. Thank you for watching.